Welcome to the Upstate Racing League's race fans. You are watching MaxSpeedTV here. Tonight, the Brian Rogers Motorsports 150 chase race number 3 from the Las Vegas. 2 more after this one. We go to Myrtle Beach in 2 weeks in New Smyrna to round out the season finale. But last week here for the Upstate guys, we were over at Martinsville Speedway. Matt Coker led 84 laps to take home the win and extend his points lead. KR, if you remember anything back to that race, it was just a race of dominating, follow the bottom lane. Tonight, we're at an even smaller track. What are you expecting to see out here at the Bull Ring?
Short track racing, gonna be one of those, gotta use the chrome horn to make a lane, a passing lane. We're gonna see some rooting, we're gonna see some gouging, and we might see a couple helmet throws here before the end of the night.
As we talk about that last week, though, Matt Coker being able to take home his victory. That's 8 wins for the driver of the 69 machine. 11 top 5s and 11 top 10s. He's pretty much been the dominant factor all year here for the Upstate Racing guys. He has a 21-point lead right now over Steph Marinac. The question is, can Steph rebound here at the Bull Ring?
It's going to be tough to recover that 21 points with as strong as Matt has been here so far this season. But that chase reset that we went through really shook up the top 10 in standings. Justin McDuff, who is running near the top, he's fallen all the way down to 9th, so he's looking for a solid run here tonight to try and start recovering some lost ground, along with Chris Stump, who's sitting right there in 4th. He's another driver to keep an eye on, and sweet stuff himself, Sean Cool, sitting in 3rd place in the point standings.
Yeah, Justin McDuff losing quite a few spots after having a rough start to the chase. If I remember back 2 weeks ago, Justin McDuff had to finish towards the tail of the field. Last week kind of recovering, bouncing back for a top 5 finish, but he does find himself a little bit farther down on the standings than he would like right now, coming in 9th here. So he has a lot of work here to do towards the end of this chase if he wants to be even considered a contender towards your top 5 here.
Well, you mentioned the work he has to do so far. He's done a great job in practice, turning a 14.603, the fastest lap time out there. We're nearing the end of the practice session. Guillaume Fortin in that 13 machine sitting in 2nd. Matt Coker is 3rd. AJ Hamill 4th. Rounding out your top 5 on that speed chart is Sean Cool. Guys, don't forget, coming up next here after practice will be qualifying. And then Tuesday, February 12th at 7:50, the RFC Vapor Trail Clothing Series. We'll be doing the Breast Cancer Awareness 130 at Lucas Oil Raceway. Make sure you tune in for that. And then next Thursday, February 21st at 7:40 p.m., Upstate Racing League Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series. We'll be doing the MaxSpeedTV 150 right here at Myrtle Beach.
Yes, a lot of good events coming up here on MaxSpeedTV, not only for the Upstate Racing guys, but Racing for a Cause. Both series put on one heck of a show week in and week out. But that show, I keep coming back to it, KR, the Bull Ring. Not a normal track that a lot of guys really enjoy coming to. And with this league itself, these guys put on a heck of a show week in and week out. Now they're going to go to a track that maybe not even a lot of our viewers that tune in here are very familiar with. So it's going to be one of those buckle up, hang tight. It's going to get crazy here yet tonight.
It will get crazy here tonight, and it's going to be exciting. This is a .33 mile track, I believe. So very difficult, and I'll tell you what, the one thing we're going to watch out for, and it's probably going to catch a few drivers out here tonight, the rumble strips down on the inside. You touch those, it is going to send you up to the wall in a hurry. Well, Roger, we got about 5 minutes left here in this practice session. What are you looking at from these drivers? Anything standing out to you?
Well, I'm looking down through your speed charts here a little bit, and I find a driver who's in your chase just finds himself actually, way behind in the point standings right now, and he finds himself a little bit farther down here on the speed charts. The 77 of Andy Lambert finds himself sitting in your 10th place in points, 91 points back. Down on the speed charts, he's going to have to find a little more speed out here for that 77 machine. I'm also looking up towards the field here a little bit. A late entry here. Steph Marinac finds himself 10th. He's 2nd in the points. I'm looking for those 2 drivers to actually have a pretty decent day here from the Bull Ring. I know they're a little bit farther down, but they're 2 drivers that can really go out there and wheel a car. But here at the Bull Ring, the question is, where are they going to pass? It looks like right now in practice, it's almost down there right on that rumble strip. You know, you talked about maybe playing a little, you know, dancing with the devil there, if you will, there for those rumble strips. It's going to have to be something we watch out for. And the sun's going to go down here. It's going to get a little bit cooler, so track times are going to start to drop here and go a little bit quicker.
Yeah, as the track cools off, speeds will pick up. We're going to have a heck of a show here for qualifying, as they're going to send these guys out in groups. And then as that group is out there, it is going to go pretty much from a handicap basis. The guys with the bigger handicap go first. The guys with the lowest handicap will go out last. And it is based off of our finishing order here in the last few weeks. Speaking of last few weeks, this season is getting really close to being at an end. We got 3 races left in this season.
Well, that's 3 races if you count tonight at the Bull Ring. Then after next week having the break off for Valentine's Day, I hope you're taking your wife out there, KR. But also then we're going to come back here February 21st for the Myrtle Beach race, and then New Samira ending the season on February 28th. So after tonight, only 2 more events here for these guys to gather as many points as they can for the end of this season.
Well, AJ Hamill in the 18 machine right now, he is out there turning his laps. These guys all trying to get a last few minutes of practice in. Not too late out there in the YouTube or Twitch. Make your decision, try and pick your favorite driver. And maybe not necessarily your favorite driver, but also probably your favorite paint scheme of the night. We were noticing some of these paint jobs out here tonight. Some of these guys have brought some sharp, brand new paint schemes.
Yeah, talking about some really interesting paint schemes. There's a new paint scheme on the driver of the 22, Mike Holtzclaw right there. It looks like he has Mission 22 coming on board here, matching his actual car number. But Mission 22 does a lot of great things for veterans out there. And also the number 20 of Justin McDuff has a very interesting paint scheme. It's still the same sponsors with Art Barbershops, the Cowtails out there, and TRD, but those neon green with those black numbers, really going to look sharp here tonight.
Another car that's not looking too sharp, as we were sitting on the roof cam, that is the 96 Al Smith, as he is going to get some help off the wall. We're going to get a good view underneath the track here, but Al was sitting on the tire barrier there. And we do have a new faster lap time, the 98 of Chris Stump, topping the speed charts now with a 14.600 compared to Justin McDuff's fastest lap time of 14.603. So it could be the track has finally started to cool down as we're just a 1 minute away from qualifying.
Yeah, interesting fact though about driver of that 98, Chris Stump. He told me before the race, the reason that car is so fast is because of the sponsor on that car. Take notice, it says McDonald's. Cheesy bacon fries, he says, is the key to that car's success here tonight.
Well, I won't dispute that, but that's a brave man to eat those while he's got to do a race. Whew. I'd hate to see what that car smelled like when he was done.
Right now, he does have that 98 up at the top of the speed charts with Justin McDuff, his teammate, right there in second. Only separated by 3 1,000ths of a second there for your first and second place times here in practice. Sorry about that. Third place, Guillaume Fortin finds himself there in the 13 machine, and Matt Cucker finds himself in fourth. AJ Hamill fifth, with Sean Sweet Stuff Cool there in sixth place. Wilder Vicky finds himself seventh on the speed charts right now. Dylan Canova is eighth, with Steph Marinac ninth, and Rex Hoyle will round out your top 10 practice times here.
Practice drawing to a close, so guys, while we set up for qualifying, we're going to step away for a minute. Nobody go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
This portion of the Upstate Racing League's Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series is brought to you by Coach's Corner. There's no place like home. Airborne Graphics, Arts Barbershop, White Knuckle Clothing, Best Colorful Creations, and Brian Rogers Motorsports, proud sponsor of the Brian Rogers Motorsports Rookie of the Year. This portion of the Upstate Racing League's Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series on MaxSpeedTV is brought to you by Rumar Vinyl Designs. Let us get stuck on you. Lightning Strikes Pro Shop and Hanson's Starter Shop.
Welcome back, race fans. You are watching MaxSpeedTV. Yeah, Upstate Racing Coaches Corner Pro Late Model Series here. Tonight's race brought to you by the Brian Rogers Motorsports 150 here from the Las Vegas Bull Ring. Talking about this being one of the final races here in the chase before we wrap up the season. This being race number 3 out of the 5 race scheduled for the chase. We're getting here to your qualifying, which will be brought to you here by Rumar Vinyl Designs. Going for the pole award, we got 24 drivers out here tonight, battling it out at the bull ring to see who can walk away with the pole here tonight. Question, KR, for you and yourself is, who is your favorite here going into qualifying?
I'll tell you what, you can't ever discount Matt Cucker or Chris Stump, but we did see Will Dravicki pull off an amazing pole run last week, or 2 weeks ago, and it makes it hard to really pick a favorite.
As we got guys actually rolling out here for qualifying, the number 16 of Paul Henley out here getting up to speed, with actually our first time being thrown into the board by Jeremy Carpenter, but he's going to get bumped real quick by the number 89 there of Thomas Mateer. He's going to go to the top of the board with his first lap. Paul Henley battles back on his second lap to take back that time with a 14.74. Let's see as these other guys come across the line here for their second lap. Thomas Mateer not able to better him, or he does better himself, but not able to better Paul Henley. So Paul Henley going to hang on right now, and it looks like he will be the fastest here out of your first round of qualifiers. So just like that, 4 guys already have times here on the board, and we're going to move on here to our second group here in qualifying. That's going to look like it's going to be the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw, the number 90 of Matt Roll also being called out here. Jeremy Watkins supporting that new number here, the 437. And I believe that's it for group number 2. Let's see as these guys start to get ready to roll out here. Matt Roll should be the first car out here on track. Talking about driver of the number 90, it looks like Matt Roll finds himself sitting 23rd in the point standings. Matt Roll is one of those Rookie of the Year candidates. Matt Roll does find himself in the Rookie of the Year candidate slot number 9 right now. As he's going to roll out here first onto the track. You notice he's right down there on the bottom, and right there he's going to take the green flag immediately here. So his time is going to start. He is on the clock here to see if he can take down the number 16 of Paul Henley. Comes through turns 3 and 4 for the first time here as he's on his timed lap. Let's see where the 90 is going to slot in here. Matt Roll going to go second on the board with a 14.832. Mike Holtzclaw going to go to 6th right now on the board with a 15.032. And Jeremy Watkins a little bit down off the pace there. He's going to go 0.16. So Paul Henley still able to hang on to that top spot. Your next group of guys going to be rolling out here to take on the bull ring, going to be the number 5 of Rex Hoyle, along with, it looks like, the 45 of Doug Wysocki, Andy Lambert in the 77, and the number 70 of Dylan Canova. Rex Hoyle going to lead this group out here onto this short track. Let's see what Rex Hoyle's able to do here. Rex Hoyle the last couple of weeks having some really good back-to-back finishes here. Last week finishing inside your top 10. Actually, he finished in your 6th position, so a great showing by number 5, Rex Hoyle, last week. Andy Lambert in the 77 out there. As actually, we were just talking about Rex Hoyle. Rex Hoyle actually went straight to the top of the speed charts there with a 14.65. Andy Lambert going to go to third with a 14.71. Dylan Canova going to go fourth, so maybe the track's speeding up here. Doug Wysocki going to go to fifth on his time. Andy Lambert going to go a little bit quicker on that next lap. He's going to go to second now, so we have a brand new pole setter right now. He's going to sit there on pit road and try and claim his spot at King of the Hill here.
Andy Lambert into second place. That is our highest qualifying chase contender for the moment. So Andy trying to kick off.
It looks like the number 30 of World Vicky is actually already out there on track. 42 of Brett Bartel's also going to come out here on track. Al Smith Jr. here in this group, along with the 02 of Josh Mayu. World Vicky being the first one out here on track. So let's see what that number 30 Toyota Camry is actually able to do here from the bull ring. A lot of guys said it was going to be tough here, and track position will be very key. So let's see where Will's going to go on his first lap. He's going to go to a fourth here on the speed charts with a 14.73. Al Smith Jr. going to go to eighth on the speed charts with a 14.852. Brett Bartels and Josh Mayu, that's 13th for Bartels and 15th right now for Josh Mayu. So those drivers have a little bit to pick up. Looks like Brett Bartels does pick up on his second lap. He'll go to ninth on the speed charts with a 14.888. Josh Mayu, though, not able to go any faster his second lap, so right now he sits in your 15th position. Next, coming out here onto the track, though, as these guys are moving rather quickly, we will be getting driver of the number 12, the sponsor here of the race, Brian Rogers Jr. He'll be out here in this group, and it looks like the 20 of Justin McDuff, along with the 24 of Sean Sweet Stuff Cool, and I believe the 18 of AJ Hamill will be bringing that Arts Barbershop number 18 out here on the track.
We're going to go on board with the 12 machine of Brian Rogers for his qualifying lap, taking the green flag at that checkered line. And you see this backstretch isn't straight. It's a little bit curved here at the bull ring, and then you send it down into 3 and 4 full speed, and very tricky coming off of 1 or 4 into 1.
All right, now we got a new fast time here from this group. We have two fast times. Sean Sweet Stuff Cool going to go number 1 here on the speed charts with a 14.621. Second lap a little bit slower. AJ Hamill there will slot that number 18 machine into your second spot. Brian Rogers goes 9th. Justin McDuff goes to 7th here on the speed charts. So just about done here with qualifying. Just a handful of drivers to go here yet. Looks like the 13 of Guillaume Fortin going to come out here. Guillaume finds himself sitting 6th here in the points. One of the championship contenders. Along with the 41 of AJ Childs also going to be coming out here. And Chris Stump and his McDonald's machine going to join this qualifying attempt with the likes of the number 2, Steph Marinac. So a couple of your chase contenders here, the 13, the 98, and the 2 going to attempt here to take down Sean Sweet Stuff Cool, who right now finds himself sitting there at the end of pit road with the fast time. 13 at Guillaume Fortin going to throw it down into the corner. Coming around that backstretch that you just talked about not being exactly a straight shot there. You do have a little bit of a curvature to the back as he goes down through 3 and 4 at the stripe. Let's see where he goes. Not sure, no time for Guillaume out there. Finally, update. Sorry for our timing and scoring. Hill goes 5th on the board, but now we have another quick time as Chris Stump puts the McDonald's machine up on the pole with a 14.567. So he's going to have to shut it down, though. He did hit the wall. Steph Marinac puts the number 2 machine there into your 6th place. Looks like AJ Childs down the speed charts a little bit into your 17th spot right now. Not able to go any quicker for the 41 of Childs on that second lap, so 17th will be his spot for right now. Next here up to qualify, we have a handful of other drivers. It looks like we have the number 9 of Alex KR, Stop Calling Me Oreo, and along with that, we got the 69, Matt Cucker, and it looks like the 413 of Wayne McDuff. These are going to be the last handful of drivers here, because I'm not sure if Jay Dubuque is here in the lobby. He might have dropped connection. It looks like those guys will be your last 3 drivers out here on the track for qualifying.
Wayne McDuff in the 413. I get to talk to Wayne here and there, and we race dirt sprint cars on Sunday nights in a league, and I enjoy racing with Wayne. So we'll see if Wayne can do anything here in qualifying.
He's going to take that cerebral palsy foundation 413 machine way high through 3 and 4. He's going to try and get as much speed as he can built up into the 413 before he goes down into turn 1. You notice he's a little bit up off the bottom there. Not sure if that's going to hurt him as the track times have been starting to pick up. But let's see as he works through 3 and 4 where he's going to find a time slot. Wade McDuff, he's going to go to 20th on the board. The number 9 of Alex Orion's going to go 17th on the board right now. Matt Cucker not having a time on my scoring sheet right now is actually, he goes 26th, way off the pace to driver 69. Wade McDuff going to complete his second lap. He's not going to go any faster, but Alex Orion's, he is going to go faster. He goes to 17th now on the board with a 13.9. Matt Cucker really going to pick it up on his second lap. He's going to go now sitting 9th. Going to go with a 14.68. So I believe that's going to do it here for qualifying. That's going to hand our pole award here to driver number 98. That's our Rumor Vinyl Designs pole award, going to go to Chris Stump here from the Las Vegas Bull Ring.
Great job by Chris Stump for qualifying. So guys, I'm going to step away for just a minute. Get ready for our race. Nobody go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave
Welcome back, race fans. You are watching MaxSpeedTV. The Upstate Racing League here tonight is at the Bull Ring from Las Vegas for the Brian Rogers Motorsports 125. Brian Rogers Motorsports is a longtime competitor here for the Upstate Racing League and has a passion for Mountain Dew, even though he drives the Pepsi machine out here. So keep an eye tonight on the number 12 as we thank him for all his continued support here for the Upstate Racing League. Well, KR, it's just about that time as these drivers are gritting up to get here to our Best Colorful Creations. Best Colorful Creations is the premier cake sponsor here for the Upstate Racing League, and every year for their banquet, Best Colorful Creations makes a wonderful cake here for these gentlemen. So anybody up there in the upstate area looking for a custom cake, get a hold of Best Colorful Creations. Let's get here to your starting grid, though. The number 98 of Chris Stump going to walk away with his the Rumar Vinyl Designs pole award here, with John Cool running there second. Third place going to go to the 18 of AJ Hamill with the 5 over right next door in 8. Ninth place going to go to the 69 of Matt Cucker with the 16 of Paul Henley in 10th. 11th going to go to the 20 of Justin McDuff with Will Javicki starting 12th. 13th going to go to the 12 of Brian Rogers Jr. with the 70 of Dylan Canova rolling 14th. 15th Jay Childs. 20th the number 89 of Thomas Mateer. 21st to Danny Dubuque and Wayne McDuff in the 413's 22nd. 23rd here tonight, the number 1 of Jeremy Carpenter and the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw rolls 24th. 25th, Jeremy Watkins and Josh May. You're going to round out our 26th of our field here tonight. Field is in the hands here from Las Vegas, from the Bull Ring, in Chris Stump's hands. The pace car is off, the green flag is waving, and we are racing here for the Brian Rogers 150 here from Las Vegas as they head down into turn number 1. Stump has the advantage. He's going to clear the 24 of Sean Cool as they now work down into turns number 3 and 4. Back here, Rex Hoyle really trying to hang on there. Rex Hoyle's going to find himself slotting right there down in front of the 13 of Guillaume Fortam. A little contact between Steph Miradak and Guillaume. Guillaume's going to go sideways. He's going to gather it up. Al Smith Jr. really hard on the binders. They're going to go 3 wide down into the corner here. Guillaume's going to get the advantage. He's going to clear everybody. Andy Lambert right there on the back of that number 13 machine. But Al Smith Jr. there now has to find a home, and he will find a home there in the 8th position. Matt Cucker, though, is the guy who kind of lost out there, but he's going to now dive to the inside here of Al Smith going into the corner. Look like the number 96, or sorry, the number 69 there of Cucker going to get around. Al's now going to fall back into your 9th position. Justin McDuff was battling with Paul Henley there, who was on the outside, but McDuff will take that position. So move Justin McDuff now into your 10th position. Al Smith Jr., though, really starting to slide back here. Al Smith now on the outside of the number 20 of Justin McDuff. So racing all through your field. Look, another driver looking to the inside. There's that 12 of Brian Rogers Jr. He's going to now move into your 10th spot as somebody sideways right behind them. I'm not sure exactly who that was. It looks like the 30 of Will Javicki may be around. KR, let's see if you can find that MaxSpeedTV replay here on lap number 6.
You say the 30 of Will Javicki went around?
Well, it looks like the number 30 of Will Javicki.
Folks, the 30 machine of Will Javicki on the outside of Doug Wysocki and the 70 of Dylan Canova down into the corner. Oh man, it looks like the 30 got a little bit of a bump there. Got very sideways in front of everyone. Little difficult to tell from that angle exactly what happens. We'll back it up one more time as we see the 70 and the 30 make just slight contact as they went into the corner. Everyone scatters around the 30 and it looks like everyone got through.
Yeah, it looks like no other cars involved, and now in a little bit of right rear damage to the number 30 of Will Javicki, but it looks like everybody's going to be able to carry on. It looks like Dylan Canova might be accepting this EOL penalty, though, stating that it was his fault. So he will now have to give up his top 15 running position, and he will have to drop to the tail end of the field. And that looks like it's still 26 cars out here on track. I think I did see somebody to elect to come down pit road. I'm not sure who that was.
That is Brett Bartels on pit road.
So Brett Bartels bringing that number 42 down pit road for a little bit. Actually, it looks like he might have a little right rear damage done to that machine, but after only a handful of laps here, still inside your first 10 laps here. Chris Stump has led the entire way here Sean Cool's been second with AJ Hamill third, Rex Hoyle fourth, Steph Marinac rounds out your top five. Guillaume Fortin there runs in your sixth position with Andy Lambert seventh. Matt Cucker's going to find himself in eighth right now. Justin McDuff ninth with Brian Rogers Jr. rounding out your top 10 right now after 9 laps here from the bull ring. So an exciting start to this one. As you saw side by side, you even saw a little bit of three wide action already here with the Upstate guys. They never seem to not put on a good show, KR. It's always one heck of a race, and the bull ring's already proving to be that.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, we always have a full field in this Upstate Racing League. Drivers have been sent home on numerous occasions, and tonight we had just enough drivers to make this, only one driver going home. And I'll tell you what, it has been a great 10 laps so far as Chris Stump is bringing this field down to the green flag. Pace car is getting out of his way. Chris Stump on the loud pedal. Here we go once again. Stump easily clears the 24 Sweet Stuff as AJ Hamill gonna look underneath him and probably drag along the 2 of Steph Marinac with him.
Right now, as they work through 3 and 4, it looks like AJ Hamill gonna have enough room. He's gonna clear the 24 by the time they come to the start-finish line. So now that's gonna put Sean Sweet Stuff Cool side by side with the number 2 of Steph Marinac there in that blue car to the inside. Let's see who's gonna be able to win this battle. Looks like that inside lane really able to get the drive off the corner. As you see right there, Steph Marinac gonna take that position easily by the time they get down into turn 1. So that will put now Sean Cool side by side with Andy Lambert. But we're gonna have another caution flag out here. Looks like the 70th Dylan Canova possibly bringing this one out, KR. Just a handful of laps under this green flag.
We're gonna go to our MaxSpeedTV replay, see if we can figure out what happened here. And I'll tell you what, it's the bull ring starting out on these guys, catching them out a little bit, a little nervous, a little jittery. Maybe we'll get this ironed out here as we watch the 70 of Dylan Canova go down into the corner. You see the accordion effect happen, and he tries to save it as he got booted from the 42 because of that accordion effect, and he is going to loop it. That will put the 70 at the back here.
So the 70 of Dylan Canova going around off the front bumper of Brett Bartels. Brett Bartels was one of the drivers that came down pit road under that last yellow, had to start shotgun on the field with the number 70 of Dylan Canova. Looked like they made up a couple spots there while we were green flag racing. Unfortunately, Brett Bartels not seeing the complete checkup in front of him, as he thought they were going to get back to the throttle early there on that one, and just unfortunate circumstances finds the back bumper of Dylan Canova. So another early yellow flag being brought out here from the bull ring. But that's kind of what you expect when you only got 0.3 of a mile, a little over 0.3. It's actually 0.37 of a mile here. So we're going to be doing 56 miles here, no tires. So those tires that Dylan Canova just took a spin on, he's going to have to ride out the rest of this race on it. He's going to have to be out there for, it looks like 133 laps yet. So it could be a long night now for Dylan Canova.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night, 150 laps. As you can see on our race analysis, a beautiful night for racing. 65 degrees here at the bull ring, 67 degrees for the track temp. As you can see, our tire window is all 150 laps. Tires are not allowed. Fuel window, of course, 150 laps. Pit road speed limit is 30 miles an hour, and we're going to go to a delayed caution here. Let this field get caught up, everyone get reset here. So far, all 26 cars are still out there, are still on the lead lap. And I'll tell you, Chris Stump looking to try and really pull away here. He has got a bit of a gap to the points leader, Matt Cucker, in the 69. And Matt Cucker right now, he is mired deep in the field, or in the middle of it, sitting in 9th place.
Yeah, this is just the kind of night, though, that Chris Stump really needs, as he came into this being 34 points behind Matt Cucker. Matt Cucker just running inside the top 10 there in 9th as we're about to go green flag races. So Chris Stump really wants to try and have this race end just like it is now, with Matt a handful of positions behind him. Steph Marinac, who runs there in 3rd, also wishing for that. But we're going to go back green flag racing here from the bull ring. Chris Stump, AJ Hamill going to go side by side into 1. By the time we get to the middle of turn 1, though, Chris Stump with that inside preferred lane, he's going to get around AJ, and then AJ's going to slot right there into your 2nd position, right in front of the number 2 of Steph Marinac. Looks like Sweet Stuff himself stuck on the outside. Now goes side by side with the number 2 of Steph Mirnak. Ooh, maybe a little bit of a door check down there going into turns 1 and 2. That's going to send the 24 of Sean Cool to the outside. Does Andy Lambert have enough speed? Not enough speed, not enough momentum. Sean Cool going to shut the door. Sean Cool's going to find himself in 4th. Right now, though, Chris Stump does find himself out front, running away with AJ Hamill right there. Looks like they opened up about 9 or just about a second gap over the 3rd place runner of Steph Mirnak, looking a little bit farther through the field. Matt Cucker stuck on the outside lane here, not able to get down as he runs in your 8th position. He did pick up 1 position here on the drop of this green, as he will find himself being able to find a spot. He'll get down to the bottom groove right in front of the number 12 of Brian Rogers. So put Cucker there in your 8th position. Rogers back in your 9th, and Justin McDuff right now rounds out your top 10. You're going to have to go a little bit farther back in the field here to find side-by-side action, as that was actually the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw and Danny DeBucher side-by-side. A lot of damage on the front end of the number 22 of Mike Holtzclaw, supporting that Mission 22 sponsor here tonight. Looks like Danny DeBucher going to slip up there. It's going to allow Holtzclaw to get right around him. A bit farther up here in the field, Thomas Mateer goes side by side with the 45 of Wysocki. Wysocki gonna go right underneath him. Here comes AJ Childs. He was kind of looking there for a moment. A lot of these guys back here towards the back of this field having a lot of front end, rear end damage. That just comes from that accordion effect that we saw earlier. Somebody gets on the brakes a little bit hard, you're gonna rear end the guy in front of you. Out front though, it's still the Chris Stump show. He finds himself leading all 25 laps here so far tonight. 26 laps now in the book. All 26 led by the driver of that 98 with AJ Hamill hot on the heels. Here comes Steph Mirnak bringing along Sean Cool. So those top 4 drivers have closed the gap. Now they're all within a second of each other for the top 4. Andy Lambert, though, a little bit behind here. He's 1.8 seconds back with Rex Hoyle. Hoyle starting in that 4th position, losing 2 positions, finds himself right there behind. Looks like Guillaume Fortin right behind them. Actually going to go high. He's going to lose a position to Matt Cucker. Not sure if there was maybe a little contact there to move the 13 out of the way or not, but Matt now finds himself in your 7th position. Fortin finds himself back in your 8th position with Justin McDuff now on the heels. It looked like maybe Guillaume's having a little bit of handling problems as he's really high. You see everybody else towards the bottom of the track. Justin McDuff had to back off just a little bit and allow the 13 to have a little room. He didn't want to make any contact and ruin either of those drivers' nights, as right now they're comfortably inside your top 10, running 8th and 9th.
Watching the battle here between Guillaume and 13 in the 13 and Justin McDuff in the 20. The 12 of Brian Rogers in 10th place. He has closed the gap there. He is right there waiting for these guys to make a mistake, and then he will pounce. And Brian Rogers in that 12 machine looking for a good run here. He is a chase contender and hoping to gain some spots as he is down the order a little bit in our chase standings coming into tonight's race. But the driver who is really after the most ground to make up right now, that is the 77 of Andy Lambert. With 3 races left, counting tonight, he was 10th in points. Here he is sitting in 5th place in this race.
As he may find himself in 5th place, but right now the battle's really heating up here for that 8th, 9th, and 10th position. Justin McDuff has the inside lane over the 13 of Guillaume Forte, but Guillaume not really giving up. He's giving it all he's got. He's going to slip that time off turn number 2. That's going to allow Brian Rogers, who came to the dance here to play, he's going to actually get around him. Guillaume's going to try and slot in front of Al Smith Jr. there. He's going to find a home there in your number 10th position. Going back through your field here a little bit. Doesn't look like anybody really battling it out. Looks like single file for right now. These drivers are trying to just log some laps and see who can be the better of the two. As actually I'm gauged back here to the number 20 of Justin McDuff. He almost came off turn number 4 into the wall, but he was able to gather her up, and no harm, no foul. Brian Rogers going to allow him to keep that number 8 position. They'll go after him a little bit later, but now back up front here with Chris Stump. AJ Hamill, Steph Mirnak still nose to tail with Sean Cool right there also. We're about to start getting into lap traffic here. The 98 of Chris Stump going to have to pick and choose which lanes he wants, because Josh Mayu right now finds that 0-2 machine right in front of him. And then right after that going to be Jeremy Watkins. So tail end of this field really in trouble and at the mercy as those guys are going to go battle it out. Josh Mayu going to go to the inside here of Jeremy Watkins. Watkins going to take the gentleman approach. He's going to move right out of Chris Stump's way. He's going to allow him to go around. Here comes AJ Hamill also along with Steph Mirnak, Sean Cool. Those 4 drivers going to work their way around the lap down car there of Jeremy Watkins. Now Chris Stump has his sights set really on the back bumper now of that 0-2 machine of Mayu. Let's see as they go down into turn number 1. Mayu just going to go high. He's going to give way to your leaders here. Gentleman moves all around on the short tracks, as I'm sure Chris Stump is keying up right now saying, hey, thank you guys, I appreciate it. These guys do know they're just a little bit off the pace right now, but with this lap traffic, that's able to actually to let Chris Stump get a little bit of an advantage now over AJ Hamill, as Chris Stump's been finding the lap cars moving out of the way. AJ Hamill, though, off the corner, not able to put the power down, as the lap cars are usually found to his outside right there. Chris Stump making a good move to go to the inside of the number 90 of Matt Roll as they came off turn number 4 down the front stretch. So Chris Stump making it look easy out here.
He's making it look easy, and it could be why he is out front right now, because he is just being very gentle, very easy on the wheel. Very close moment there as Brett Bartles in the 42 and the 98 of Chris Stump almost made contact at corner entry. Brett really not wanting to go a lap down, doing all he can to not lose any more time. But unfortunately, that 98 just steamrolling through these lap cars right now. So they're going to go too wide in front of him. That is the 61 of Danny Dubuque and the 1X of Jeremy Carpenter.
Yeah, it really looks like Chris Stump is really trying to push to get through this lap traffic as fast as he can. But right now, he's got the rolling roadblock in front of him, the number 61 of Danny Dubuque. Carpenter up into the wall as Chris Stump got around him. He was able to save it, but hard impact off corner number 2 into the turn 2 backstretch wall.
Man.
Yeah, we're gonna go 3 wide.
Danny
Contact
Dubuque's
between Danny Dubuque. Danny Dubuque and Holtzclaw making contact. They're gonna both save it, but they were both into that wall there. So now your leaders are gonna get around. What a moment we just had here on lap 46 here at the bull ring. Not even halfway, and look at the show they put on. Now, though, at the front of the field, nose to tail, all 4 drivers here at the front, nose to tail, nowhere to go.
Danny Dubuque in the 61 once again shot up the track. Not sure if something's wrong with his brakes there or what, but that is twice that he has rocketed through the corner. And it looks like now, whatever it is, he's got it figured out. But man, he had another moment.
Looking back up here at the front right now, it looks like Chris Stump has about a half straightaway before he's going to catch the next guy, and the next guy he will catch will be the number 89 at Thomas Mateer, who finds himself sitting in your 18th spot. So as we just had a handful of moments, let's see if we can catch a breath here, give you your top 10 running right now. Chris Stump finds himself still out front here after 49 laps. AJ Hamill still sitting there in second with Steph Miranak right there behind AJ. Sean Sweet Stuff Cool finds himself running fourth with Andy Lambert in fifth, and now coming to join the dance, Matt Cucker finds himself sixth and on the heels of Andy Lambert. Seventh place right now running going to be the 5 of Rex Hoyle with Justin McDuff a little bit farther back. And as we're going through the order, it looks like we have 2 cars going around. I think Josh Mayu might have been one of them, along with Matt Roll, and I believe KR, Al Smith Jr. may have blown up the coach's corner 96.
Al Smith blowing up, not a good thing, but guys, we're going to back this replay up. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay and let's figure out what went wrong for a couple of our drivers here tonight. Matt Roll in the 90, the 02 of Josh Mayu, the 13 of Guillaume Fortin trying to get by the 90, the 16 of Paul Henley plowing in there. Al Smith getting a big chunk of that one. Al Smith getting taken out here on lap, I don't know, about lap 52. We had a little personal bet on what he was gonna go. We missed it by a little bit, but we're gonna go on board with the 96 Al Smith for this one. You see the 13 and the 90 up ahead. Contact is made. Matt Roll coming back in front of traffic, and Al Smith with just nowhere to go. Gonna be hard pressed to get that car back out there.
Yeah, so that wreck right there, KR, having a lot of chase implications right there, as that's going to probably pack the 96 of Al Smith in for tonight. And the 13 of Guillaume Fortin also going around and being a lap down right now, shown in your 18th spot. So 2 drivers inside your top 10 here for the chase. Going to have an uphill battle after tonight.
Major uphill battle for some of these guys. And the clock is ticking. They're running out of time.
Out of time not only here in this race, but out of time here for the season, as we are working lap number 54 laps here in the book out of the 150 scheduled. An update on another driver who was involved in that. It looks like the 9 of Alex Lorian is going to be able to bring that number 9 machine out here on track. It's good to see him at least coming back out here on track. KR, we haven't seen much of Alex this year here with the Upstate Racing League.
Now, Alex has been hard pressed to make these races, but Alex, a very talented driver in his own right, came from the pavement sprint car and ran all the way down pit lane and jumped right into this car for tonight. So he's already working his second race that I know of, very possibly working another couple before that, and maybe a few after this.
Well, you never know what the driver of the number 9 is going to run, but right now Chris Stupp finds himself still hanging on to the lead with AJ Hamill there in the second position, with Steph Marinac third, Sean Cool fourth, and Andy Lambert running out your top 5 here. We're about to go back green flag racing here. Pace car is down and away. It's in the hands of driver 98, Chris Stupp, going to bring him down here through 3 and 4. They are at the line. He can fire. There he goes. We're back green flag racing here from the Las Vegas Bull Ring, and Chris Stump's going to get one heck of a start. He's going to go right down to the bottom. He's going to get away from AJ Hamill. Now here comes Steph Marinac as we're just about 3 wide back here for third and fourth with Andy Lambert to the inside. AJ Hamill there getting stuck in the middle with Sean Cool is on the outside. Now they're going to go 2 by 2 once they get back to the front stretch. Down into corner number 1, Andy Lambert has the inside. Looks like Sean Cool, though, giving it a little bit of a shot there to the back bumper of AJ Hamill. Oh, contact between the 18 and the 24. That's going to shoot the 24 up. Sean Cool's going to go straight back. He's going to drop all the way back. Now it looks about to your 8th, 9th position as Rex Hoyle now inside your top 5, looking to the inside here of AJ Hamill. He's going to get the position. AJ tries to cross him over going into 3 and 4, but not enough room for him. So that's going to put Rex Hoyle there into 4th. AJ back to 5th. Here comes Matt Cucker on the outside here of AJ Hamill. Can he take the 5th position away on the outside? Not enough room that time off turn 2. Looks like Matt's going to have to settle for that 6th position. Right now, they're going to go back single file. So Chris Stupp does find himself out front after that restart. Steph Marinac 2nd. Andy Lambert 3rd. Rex Hoyle 4th. AJ Hamill now 5th. So a bunch of jumping and bouncing around here on that restart. But we're still green flag racing with all that excitement there. As Rex Hoyle is going to slip now coming off turns number 3 and 4. That's going to allow the 18 of AJ Hamill to get right back to that inside. He's going to look to take away the position off turn number 2. Here comes Matt Cucker. He thought about 3 wide down the backstretch into turn 3, but he's going to think better of it. He's just going to try and work over Rex Hoyle as AJ Hamill got around Rex Hoyle now. So now put Hamill back into your 4th position. Rex Hoyle 5th, but here comes Cucker. Cucker going to look to the inside off 2 this time. He's going to take the position, and now here comes Brian Rogers Jr. He's going to try and also put Rex Hoyle back a position. It just seems like one of those Saturday night short track races here on a Thursday night for the Upstate Racing League. And if you get hung to the outside, look what happened to Rex Hoyle. Went from running inside about 4th place, now has to settle for the 7th place. And look right there sitting in your 9th position. That's where Sean Cool ended up. Started 3rd on the restart, now finds himself sitting 9th. Look what happens when you get out of the groove and you just get freight trained.
Yeah, Sean Cool lost a lot of ground, but he has found a hole to fill, and he has got that 24 machine now all over the back bumper of the 20 of Justin McDuff.
Yeah, just looking through the field, no other real battles right now other than that one right here for the 8th, 9th, and 10th position as Rex Hoyle holds down the 7th position. McDuff holds the 8th with Cool at 9th, and Wilger Vicky Sean Cool all over the back bumper there of Justin McDuff. So just hard-nosed racing throughout the entire field, really. But Chris Stupp does find himself still out front in that McDonald's 98 machine. Led 67 laps here with Steph Marinac now right behind him. Andy Lambert does find himself 3rd, AJ Hamill 4th, and Matt Cucker finds himself 5th, all over the back bumper of AJ Hamill. AJ actually getting a little bit of a breather for right now. Wonder if we talk every week, is the 69 and Matt Cucker just kind of laying back, playing possum? If you talk to all of his drivers and his peers out here on track, they know Matt's quick. They know he saves his tires probably better than anybody, and he usually searches around to find a groove that nobody else is running. And right there through turns 1 and 2, you saw it. He kind of swung high and kind of tried to diamond that corner, try to get the momentum. Not very long straightaways here from the bull ring, but just enough that you could possibly set up a pass going down into the corners. Right now, he's trying to find a way to the back bumper there of AJ Hamill, who holds down that 4th position, just not able to find it just yet. Back out front, though, still going to be Chris Stupp leading the way now. 70 laps here are in the book, actually 71, and he has led every single lap here from the bull ring.
Nearing the halfway mark, just a few laps away from that point, and Chris Stupp in the 98 just ever so consistent running very close to those rumble strips, not hitting them. And I'll tell you, you hit one of those rumble strips, you're going to go up into the wall and you're going to have a bad time, okay?
Okay, we did see a little bit of that during practice. A couple of those guys getting onto the rumble strips, and we saw some really, not normal incidents caused by those rumble strips. So far tonight, not seeing any action being caused by those rumble strips, but let's take a look here at the guy who's running second place right now. Not sure, KR, if it's on your screen, but the rear end of the Florida's Gator machine looks like somebody might have made slight contact with it and pushed in that rear bumper. Good thing we're here at the Las Vegas Bull Ring, because that little bit of damage will not matter. But let's take a focus here more on your third place runner right now. Andy Lambert, one of the Brian Rogers Motorsports Rookie of the Year candidates, does find himself having a great night here, and that's what he needs. Running 10th in the points coming into tonight, right now finds himself in your third position. As we talk about him, he has a little bit of a slip off turn number 4. AJ Hamill looking to take the spot away. He's going to go down to the inside, and if you know AJ's going to fill the inside, here comes the number 69. He's going to follow AJ right into the hole, and they're going to go right around the 77 of Andy Lambert. So now Andy going to lose 2 spots in 1 lap. You talk about him, I guess you can say that's just the broadcaster jinx there that we just gave the 77 as he fell from 3rd now to 5th place.
Andy Lambert in that 77 machine is going to be ecstatic about this run, though, if he can hold on to 5th place. As we have mentioned, he has lost a lot of ground here in the point standings, and with just about 2.5 races left in this championship season, or in this chase even, Andy Lambert looking for all the ground he can gain.
Yeah, look a little bit farther in the field here, KR. You can find the 45 of Doug Wysocki. He's having one heck of a night himself. He started back in 15th, finds himself running in 11th. That's another one of those Brian Rogers Motorsports Rookie of the Year candidates, and he finds himself having a good day. A little bit of damage on the 45 of Wysocki, but hey, nonetheless, you can have as much damage as you want on a car here for the short tracks as long as you're able to have a good run at the end of the night. It don't matter what the sheet metal looks like, because next week we're just going to whip out a brand new car and roll it off the trailer and head to the track and do it all again. So Doug Wysocki right now in the 45 finds himself running in that 11th position. Looks like right now we only have 16 cars on the lead lap. And your leader, though, still out front, going to work around a little bit more lap traffic. Chris Stump putting Jeremy Watkins there in the 437, another lap down. Let's see, is there anybody out in front? Looks like the next guy that he might get to is going to be the guy running in your 20th position. That's going to be Jeremy Carpenter. Jeremy is 1 lap down right now, so he's going to have to try and get around Wayne McDuff in the 413 machine. As we're actually going to get another caution. Looks like the 22 this time. Mike Holtzclaw going around in the Mission 22 machine.
That Mission 22 machine throwing out big old puffs of smoke. We're going to go and check out what happened to that machine as we go to our MaxSpeedTV replay here. Mike Holtzclaw had a little bit of a damaged car before this happened. Oh my goodness. You're not going to believe what I just saw. The 20 machine of Justin McDuff hard into the outside wall. Did not see that car coming. We're going to back this up a little bit more. Sean Cool in the 24, McDuff in the 20. Contact is made as they go into the corner, and McDuff hard right, nose first into the outside wall. And that is just unfortunate for the 20 and the 22.
Yeah, it looked like possibly Justin McDuff in the number 20. Looked like he tried to throw a block there on Sweet Stuff going down the front stretch as they were all in a battle right there. And unfortunately, at just a little bit of a rear end bump under braking is going to send the number 20 shooting into the wall, and that's possibly going to end his night along with the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Looks like Sean Cool is going to elect and say that that was his fault. So Sean Cool will have to start shotgun to the field here once we go back green flag racing. He will find himself 16th, but at the tail of the field. That means not only the 15 other competitors ahead of him in line, but that also means the likes of Danny Dubuque, Wayne McDuff, Jeremy Carpenter, Jeremy Watkins, who are still out there on track, laps down, but they will start here in front of Sean Cool. So, I mean, we talked about chase implications coming in here with the number 96 of Al Smith going out early, now add Justin McDuff to the name here, or the list of names that are out of this race early. It's crazy, but I guess you can say they're rolling the dice here at the Bull Ring.
Yeah, short track racing at its finest right here, folks.
Short track racing is we're going to get the one to go here this time at the line. Chris Stump still out front. Steph Miranak, it says, has led one lap, but I'm not sure that's actually going to be all accurate here, as we are under caution. If he did lead a lap, he might have nosed Chris Stump under caution here. But Chris Stump is out front with Steph Miranak there, second. AJ Hamill third, with Matt Cucker fourth, and Andy Lambert in your fifth. So we're going to get ready to go back green flag racing here. They're going to bunch them up. Pace cars down the way through 3 and 4. There it is. Chris Stump going to fire as they work down the backstretch once again into turn number 3. 2 by 2 here at the front. Actually, now it's going to fizzle out. I say 2 by 2. These guys, I swear they listened to me, KR, because now, oh boy, we have another yellow here. Looks like the 61 of Danny Dubuque is around in turns 3 and 4.
That 61 machine grabbing a gear, getting it straightened back out. Let's figure out what happened to Danny Dubuque in that 61. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay here. Danny on the outside of Wayne McDuff in the 413. Contact is made by those two, and Danny just ends up in the outside wall.
It looked like somebody who was real lucky there on that one might have been the 24 of Sean Cool. I'm not sure if you can grab it on board with driver 24, but it looked like he was real close with getting into Danny Dubuque. Actually, maybe just a little bit of contact there. That could have had more chase implications, as it's just getting to be one crazy night here in Las Vegas.
That it is, guys. We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
This portion of the Upstate Racing League's Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series on Max Atomic Graphics.
Welcome back, race fans. You are watching the Upstate Racing League here from the Las Vegas Bull Ring, the Brian Rogers Motorsports 150. These guys are working another caution here, but it looks like the lights on the pace car are going to go out. Chris Stump is still out front. AJ Hamill right there, second, with Steph Miranak in third. Matt Cucker finds himself fourth, and Brian Rogers Jr. does find himself running in that fifth position. So let's see if Chris Stump can pull another one of those amazing restarts out of the hat here, as we're going to work through 3 and 4, waiting for him to fire the McDonald's machine. Right there, he fires it. AJ Hamill, they're going to get a great start on that outside. They're going to go down into turn 1 and 2 side by side, but can Chris Stump put the power down off 2? There it is. Chris Stump going to put the power down, and now here comes Matt Cucker on the outside here of Steph Miranak. They're going to go side by side for that third and fourth position. Right now, the inside lane still looking like it's the preferred lane, but if anybody's going to go out there and make the outside lane work, it's going to be the 69 of Matt Cucker, but this time, and not going to work. He's going to have to slot there into your fourth position. There's a battle, though, between Rex Hoyle and Andy Lambert. Rex Hoyle going to take the position away from the 77, and right behind them, Doug Wysocki going to go side by side with that. Looks like the number 30 of Will Jervicki. Jervicki, though, going to take the position as Wysocki got a little bit loose there, coming through the middle of the corner, and it looks like back through the field there, maybe a lot of that accordion effect that we were talking about going on, as AJ Childs finds himself 10th. Dylan Canova finds himself running right there in that 11th position, side by side with the number 89 of Thomas Mateer. Thomas Mateer having one heck of a night, as he's going to pass the 70 of Canova. He's going to move that number 89, that red car right there with the yellow numbers. He's going to find himself running 11th, but here comes Sweet Stuff to the inside. Sweet Stuff going to look to take the 11th position away as Sean Cole had to go to the back with an EOL penalty after bringing out a yellow a little while ago with Justin McDuff. Now he finds himself running in the 11th position. You see him really flirting with those inside rumble strips, but he'll make the pass. He'll go to 11th. Let's go back up here to the front of your field. Chris Stump still out front. AJ Hamill right there behind him. And that Art Barbershop number 18, Steph Marinac there, along with Matt Cucker. And Brian Rogers kind of a little bit behind these drivers, but that is your top 5 here after 103 laps.
Brian Rogers, a chase driver, sitting in 5th. He is looking to strike if anything should happen to these top 4 drivers. And with as close as they're racing and with what we're seeing, at any point in time, contact can happen. So Brian Rogers looking very nice, very steady right here in this 5th spot.
Brian Rogers, Rex Hoyle, who runs 6th, having great nights here tonight. Actually, it looks like a lot of guys having a good night out here. So one of those bull rings, maybe these guys went over and here onto the Las Vegas Strip before this one, bet it all on green, and Green Flag Racing here with 106 laps in the books here out of the 150 scheduled from Las Vegas, the bull ring. Chris Stump being the dominating factor, 104 laps led by driver 98. AJ Hamill still finds himself 2nd with Steph Marinac running right there in the Florida Gators machine in your 3rd position. Matt Cucker, that's a 4-car break away from the rest of the field. They have a 2-second gap back to Brian Rogers Jr. and Rex Hoyle. So far, so good, as these laps are really starting to click off real fast because we're still running about 15.1, 15.2 seconds throughout the entirety of this field. Best lap time out there tonight, right around the 14.6 second mark. So these laps are going to be knocking down real fast here towards the end of this one.
Laps are winding down, as you mentioned, very quickly. And that means these drivers at the back are going to have to start finding a way to the front. The 13 of Guillaume Fortin, he is in a desperate battle to recover some lost ground, as he is one of our chase drivers. And Guillaume is going to get past the 45 of Doug Wysocki, now on the back bumper of the 70 of Dylan Canova. And then he's going to have to deal with the 41 of AJ Childs. And that would put him into 10th spot. He is going to look to the inside of the 70 of Canova and complete the pass off the corner. So Guillaume hard on the charge here in that 13 machine.
Yeah, Guillaume coming back towards the front, but Dylan Canova may not find himself in the battle for the top 10 here in points, but he is in a battle nonetheless. He's right now sitting 11th in points, 30 points ahead of Will Dravicki and the number 5 of Rex Hoyle, both back there that are tied for the 12th position in points. You know, at the end of the year, when these guys get together at a banquet, they are going to be tallying up those points, and every little point you get is a position, and every position is going to get you a little bit better of a prize at the end of this season. Chris Stump, he's out front. There's a battle there for 2nd. It looks like 69 of Cucker did get around AJ Hamill. Now he's looking to the inside here of Steph Marinac. If I remember correctly, KR, AJ Hamill held that 2nd position about 4 laps ago. All of a sudden, I looked up. Timing and scoring shows Steph Marinac running 2nd, with now Matt Cucker actually looking to the inside of him. So now we're just going to flip-flop a bunch of these top 4 positions here. Cucker looking to the inside of Marinac. Sooner or later, that inside lane will prevail. Question is now, does he have enough time? Does he have enough tire left under that 69 once he works his way around? Steph Marinac is coming off turn 2. He's getting a little bit farther ahead, but does he have enough tire life left in that 69 machine to make a charge towards the front? There it is. He's going to complete the pass, so now move Matt Cucker into 2nd, Steph Marinac 3rd, AJ Hamill 4th, and Brian Rogers Jr. going to round out that top 5. There's your points leader, now finds himself in 2nd, right behind the Rookie of the Year candidate Chris Stump, who finds himself 1st in points for the Rookie of the Year championship. So put 2 of your strongest contenders out there, 1 and 2 on the charts. But, you know, the guy who's running in 3rd, no slouch himself, last year won a handful of races. This year not having the exact year he wanted, finds himself 2nd in points, but no wins. 21 points back from the 69 and Matt Cucker as they came into this one. And now all 3 of these drivers battling it out here at the end of this one.
Matt Cucker, the biggest car on the move right now, as he has gained 7 spots on the night. Brian Rogers has gained 8. I think I said that wrong. Let's look at that one more time at our race progress. Matt Cucker has gained 7. Brian Rogers in the 12 has gained 8. So Brian Rogers so far gaining the most spots in tonight's race. May not be enough, but it is going to be a great run for him nonetheless. If he can hold on to that 5th spot and regain a lot of points that he has been losing here in this championship chase.
Yeah, KR, I'm not sure where you went to school or got your education, but 7 usually does come before 8. And Matt Cucker only gaining 7, where Brian Rogers did gain the 8th position. So, you know, 8 is kind of actually better than 7. But hey, one day you're going to get it for us here. We got faith in you, buddy, because right now, if you can tell us who's out front, you're already ahead of the ball.
I got my shoes on, so counting wasn't an option.
Well, out front, though, the guy can count himself right now. 122 laps led by driver 98, the McDonald's machine. Can he hang on, though, with only 26 laps to go here? Matt Cucker really starting to reel him in now. Just a second gap between first and second, and lap traffic and just a handful of laps will be the determining factor. Who can work through lap traffic better? It's going to be a show here at the end of this one. If you're thinking about getting up, going away, turning it off, you better think again, because you're going to have 2 of the strongest competitors here for the Upstate Racing League battling it out for the win. And just behind them, Steph Marinac still hanging around. So just a little slip up working through lap traffic for Stump or Cucker. Marinac come in here, snatch up a win, and walk out of the Las Vegas Bull Ring smiling from ear to ear. Right now, though, Chris Stump wants to hear none of that. He just wants to worry about making that left turn that he's about to work up on. To the inside, they're going to be the 16 on Paul Henley. He's going to go 24 laps down now. He knows he's well off the pace, just trying to continue to turn laps. There you see Jeremy Watkins in the 437. He's going to turn high. He's going to allow the leaders go right to the inside, but right in front of them, 2 drivers that have been battling side by side the entire race, it seems. The one of Jeremy Carpenter and the 1X machine there on the inside, and Danny Dubuque. Oh, it looks like there Jeremy Carpenter really had to be hard on the binders. Didn't want to get into the back of Danny Dubuque. He's going to allow then your leaders here now once they go into turn 1. That's a little bit of an awkward line there to take for Jeremy Carpenter, but your leaders are going to go to the outside. They will work around the 1X of Jeremy Carpenter. So Carpenter going to go a lap down here as Chris Stump continues to lead the way, but now right on the back bumper, the 69 Matt Cucker has now caught the driver in first place as they worked around Danny Dubuque. They put Dubuque down for the second time here. Now put Danny Dubuque 2 laps down. Just right in front of them, going to be Thomas Mateer. Thomas Mateer in 16, still on your lead lap, and right in front of him is going to be the number 9 of Alex Oriens. So there's 2 guys on the lead lap with under 20 laps to go. They don't want to go a lap down, but they understand that the 2 guys that are behind them are definitely a lot faster here tonight. Question is how hard will they really battle these 2 drivers?
Thomas Mateer in the 89. We look out the back of this machine as we see the leader, the 98, looking to the inside. Oh man, he is trying to get a run here as Thomas Mateer right in front of him. That is going to allow Matt Cucker to get on the back bumper of Chris Stump, and that battle is very close for the lead here as Matt Cucker going to give him a little bit of the chin music, try and give him the chrome horn, but Chris Stump going to be very hard to dislodge from this lead.
As you talked about, driver of 69 getting to the back bumper there. A Stump also looked like Marinac was just about to get into the back bumper. He throws it into the corner hard once again. Marinac really driving it in hard compared to Matt Cucker. Cucker kind of backing his corner up, trying to get that run off the corner to dive to the inside here of Chris Stump. As Chris Stump's going to put Alex Oriens a lap down. That's going to put Cucker side by side with Alex going into turn 3. 15 laps to go, 14 laps to go here at the line from Las Vegas. And you got 3 leaders battling, working their way through lap traffic and battling each other here for a race win. This isn't just any old race. This is 3 races to go in the championship, 2 races to go after this one. So coming out of here with a win for Chris Stump could be big as he finds himself running 4th in the 6 laps behind. Looks like Doug Wysocki, who runs right now that 45 machine in your 14th spot, going to be the next victim to your leaders here. Chris Stump really playing a defensive line here, but Matt Cucker maybe cooling those tires off for one little last charge here at Chris Stump. Steph Marinac still really hanging on to the back here, kind of losing a couple cars there as he had to try and find a way to put the power down after they got around Doug Wysocki. AJ Hamill does still find himself 4th, but he's now 3 seconds behind these top 3 drivers with Brian Rogers hanging on to 5th place. He's 6 seconds back. So right now, your battle here with only 10 laps to go, going to be right here at the front of this field. These three, Stump, Cooker, Marinak, 1, 2, 3.
Those top three drivers, all nose to tail, all sitting there ready to strike should one of them make a mistake. Not only that, it may not be much of a mistake. It could be a lap car that interrupts one of their rhythm, and that is going to do it as this race is drawing to an end. It would be very hard to recover from something like that.
Yeah, if right now, if something would happen between one of your three leaders, it's practically saying game over. That's not what they want to see. That's not what any of the three want to hear as they're battling right inside your top three. So good nights right now if they would end the way they are. I know Chris Stump and Steph Marinak really want to try and get around, or sorry, Matt Cucker and Steph Marinak want to get around Chris Stump. The question is, do they have enough laps? We know that Cucker's real fast. He's able to stay right there on the back bumper. Question is, how do you get around him here on this tight little track without really moving him? That's what we're going to have to see as we got 6 laps to go as they work around the lap car there. The 42 of Brett Bartels, he's running in your 13th spot. So not having a bad night himself, but now going to find himself a lap down. Oh, a big wiggle that time. 3 and 4 there for Chris Stump. Matt Cucker looked for a moment like he was going to dive it down to the inside. Now is Chris Stump really under the pressure? Is he going to crack here in the final laps? Coming to 4 to go this time at the line. Matt Cucker's front rotors there glowing on that 69 machine. 4 laps to go now here from the bull ring. Who will have it? Stump, Coker, Marinak, still your top 3. Still working towards more lap traffic here. Could play a factor here in the under 2 laps to go when we get to that lap car probably. It's going to be a wild one, KR. 3 laps to go. AJ Childs is going to be the next lap car. He runs 12th. The question is, will he put up any kind of a fight? We're going to come to 2 to go this time by there. It looks like Stump a little high going through 3 and 4. Tucker going to close the gap once again. Not enough room to dive under him, going down into turn 1. Now they're 2 car lengths behind the 41 of AJ Childs. Coming down to the white flag, working through turns 3 and 4. White flag is going to be displayed this time by Cucker, really there on the back bumper now. AJ Childs going to go high here as we got the 1 to go here from the bull ring. Stump out front. There comes Marinak. Cucker gonna look to the inside. He's gonna have to lock him up as Stump slammed the door coming off turn number 4. Checker flag in the air. Chris Stump gonna bring home the victory here from the Las Vegas bull ring. Matt Cucker gonna have to settle for a 2nd place finish with Steph Marinak bringing the 2 machine home in 3rd. AJ Hamill gonna cross the line in 4th with Brian Rogers Jr. bringing that Pepsi machine home in your 5th position.
What a race we just saw. What a finish. Guys, nobody go anywhere. We're going to step away from the microphones for just a moment and set up our post-race show and get to talk to our top 3 finishers. But most importantly, we're going to talk to that race winner, Chris Stump, and talk about his race, guys. So we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Upstate Racing League, the Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series. You just watched 150 laps here from the Brian Rogers Motorsports 150 from the Las Vegas Bull Ring, and driver of that 98, Chris Stump, gonna be your victor here tonight. Chris, tell us how you did it towards the end of this one. It looked like it was pretty crazy out there. Lap cars, pressure from your points leader, the 69 of Matt Cucker. How did you keep your composure and bring it home here tonight?
Well, first off, I want to thank Matt. He could have, if he really wanted to, stuck it in there at the end and really press the issue. So first, I want to start off by thanking him for that little bit of help. But yeah, just tried to set a pace that would keep the right front on it for the end. These cars, week in, week out, that's all it is, just keeping the right front on it, and it's something that I really struggle with. I have a lot of one lap speed, but really struggle towards the mid portions of these races, and not having a rabbit in front of me didn't make it any easier.
Yeah, all throughout the night here, you led 148 laps. You did start on the pole, led 148 laps. Two other drivers did lead a lap. I think they kind of nudged you maybe here under caution to take those laps led from you. But being a dominating factor here, did you come out here with the Empire Racing Group and do any testing at the bull ring? Because you definitely had a lot of speed in that McDonald's machine here tonight.
We just ran the weekly session that Al put up. I have quite a bit of laps around here in different cars. I think this is the first time or the first race I've run in these particular cars where you generally have to worry about burning the right rear off of them and getting free off it too. But these cars are a totally different animal, and just takes a lot. I mean, they're easy to drive to be mediocre, but to be dominating like Matt, I mean, it just takes thousands upon thousands of laps just being smooth and taking care of your stuff.
Yeah, you talk about Matt dominating, but you're also dominating out here in your own right this year here with the Upstate Racing League. Did you think at all throughout the year that you were going to be in this position, winning races and leading Rookie of the Year championship points?
No, not necessarily. Not running with a vast majority of these guys before, you don't really know what you're getting into, but just worked on trying to keep the fenders on it every week, and just putting top 5, top 10 finishes together.
And that's exactly what you were able to do here from Las Vegas. So you did come into tonight being in your 4th spot in actual driver points. With only 2 more races left, you're going to walk away here with a win. So you're going to snag a couple points here from Matt Cucker. 2 more races left. Myrtle Beach, New Smyrna. What are you going to be looking forward to in those 2 races to close out the year?
Probably Myrtle Beach. You can run a lot of different lines and get creative around there and search for grip. So that's probably one of my more favorite tracks. New Smyrna sometimes widens out, but it's more so a bottom feeder place, at least in other cars. But yeah, looking forward to Myrtle Beach, definitely.
Well, we're going to hand you the mic here, Chris. We're going to let you talk about the guys who help you week in and week out get that number 98 here to the track.
I just want to thank Empire Racing teammates, AJ and Justin and Steph. And I know Steph might not tell you this, but he purchased the track right as he was loading in tonight, never turned a lap. And so for him to get a top 3 out of it says a lot about him.
Well, it may say a lot about him, but it says a lot about you here tonight. You're going to walk away from this race, the Brian Rogers Jr. race here from the Bull Ring, the winner. So once again, Chris Stump, congratulations. Tonight's winner here from the Bull Ring. KR, you did hear it from the man himself right there. He's looking forward in 2 weeks' time going to Myrtle Beach. The question is, though, does Matt Cucker have anything for him in 2 weeks?
I'll tell you what, we're getting ready to talk to Matt Cucker and find out exactly if he will have anything here in 2 weeks. As tonight, Matt, you come up 1 position short, but it wasn't without a great effort as you gained a lot of spots out there tonight with what looked like maybe not the best of qualifying session.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, I choked in Q pretty good. I thought I had a good run there coming off turn 2, and it just pushed like a dump truck, so I had to back her down and go for the 2nd lap, and I think we qualified 9th overall, and I think that's what took it out of the tires tonight. I mean, it happened earlier on in the season. The same thing happened, and tonight it showed again. I mean, I just got to work on my Q and not choke so much.
But regardless of your qualifying, you still have had an amazing season leading up to this. 2 races left to go. The points leader by 21 points before this race started. What is it going to take for you to bring it home and round out this championship with these next 2 races?
Just try to be consistent like I've been all year. Just try to save my tires and go at the end when hopefully everyone else is falling off. So that's what I'm going to try to do the next 2 races, and especially Myrtle Beach. I mean, I love that track, and probably my favorite one on the sim, and then Oxford 2nd. So definitely got to love freaking Myrtle Beach for next week, 2 weeks away.
Well, all right, that 69 machine coming home second here tonight. Before we let you go, any shout outs, thank yous you'd like to give?
I gotta thank Team Vincier, Globalcom, My Analyze, Turn 3 Auto Transport, Peterson Irrigation, 6-man race cars. I thank you guys from here at MaxSpeedTV for putting on the broadcast for the Upstate Racing League, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again.
Hopefully.
Oh, and I gotta thank Brian Rogers for sponsoring this week.
There you go, Matt. Congratulations on your second place finish, man. Nice job out there and a great charge through the field.
All right, thank you.
That is Matt Tucker getting it done here tonight. And Roger, I believe you caught up with our third place finisher and some guy, I don't know, in the two.
Yeah, some guy that goes by the name of Steph Marinac, another one of those Empire Racing Team drivers. They always seem to come out here somehow, KR, and find themselves into the booth here at the end of the night. Well, Steph, you started out in your 6th place tonight. You kind of come home third. Tell us about buying the track and coming out here for the first time.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think I'd be very fast. I started off kind of slow in practice. I was around like 10th on speed. And I just hit a really good qualifying lap. I qualified 6th, and I was able to just kind of learn throughout the race, how the track was. I still don't think I was very consistent, but I had, really good position on the restarts, and I got some spacing behind me a lot of the time, and was able to come home third. I'm really happy with that. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, for being inconsistent, though, you had 2 drivers out in front of you towards the end of this one that, things kind of looked like they were possibly going to get heated. Maybe a bump and run was about to be in order there in the closing laps. Were you ready, sitting in that 3rd position, that if there was contact between Stump and Cucker, that you were going to pounce on them?
Yes, I was trying to get as close as I could, just in case maybe something happened. But I'm very happy with 3rd. I just can't believe it. I'm pretty good in the points right now. I should be solidly in 2nd, and hopefully we can go to Myrtle Beach and New Smyrna and maybe contend for the win.
Yeah, coming here tonight, you were 21 points behind Matt himself, who finishes 1 spot ahead of you. So you might lose a couple points. Shouldn't be really any change here in the points. You will still be 2nd place here tonight. Chris Stump should move ahead of Sean Cool, who was in 3rd coming into the night. That's going to put 2 of your Empire Racing cars here inside your top 3 in the points. Tell us about the Empire Racing team in general. What makes you guys so quick compared to the rest of the field? You guys seem to dominate inside your top 5 week in, week out.
Yeah, I don't really know. We all just kind of got together before the season started. I talked to AJ a lot last season, and he offered, for me to come on the team, and I joined, and then Chris runs over with them at Racing for a Cause, and he used to race in real life, so there's a lot of experience on the team, and Justin McDuff upgraded his pedals, I think, before this season started, and that's made a big difference for him. So I think it's just a combination of things. And then Andy Lambert even ran with us tonight, and he had a really good run. So maybe it's just good luck on the team.
Yeah, whatever's in the Kool-Aid over there at Empire Racing, I'm sure KR or myself and even Kelly would enjoy if you sent some of it our way, because I don't know about you, but I know I can't finish in the top 3 running with the likes of Chris Stump, Matt Cucker, AJ Hamill, Will Javicki, or even Sean Cool himself. So before we walk away here tonight, though, Steph, who helps you out on that Florida Gators machine? One day I'm going to convince you, though, to put a Syracuse S on that hood.
Well, our basketball team sucks this year, so if we end up going to the NIT or playing you guys in the tournament, you're probably going to beat us. But shout out to Chris for winning the race. And then big thanks to all my teammates and Empire Racing team. And thank you guys for doing the broadcast. And thank you to Brian Rogers for sponsoring the race.
Well, absolutely. There you heard it from your 3rd place finisher. Steph Marinac started in your 6th position, ran inside your top 5 most of the night. Going to walk away with a 3rd place finish. And KR, you know what's most impressive about that run by the number 2 of Steph Marinac? He only bought that track about an hour and a half ago.
I'll tell you what, that was outstanding performance by Steph Marinac for his first time out here tonight. And nothing left now but to go through our results here at the Brian Rogers Motorsports 150 Chris Stump, your race winner, holding off a hard-charging Matt Cucker in second. Steph Marinac finishing third. We heard from all of those podium finishing drivers. AJ Hamill's going to end up in fourth place. Fifth will go to Brian Rogers. Sixth place going to Will Dravicki in the 30. Sweet stuff. Sean Cool in the 24 machine going to finish seventh. Andy Lambert eighth. Guillaume Fortin will be ninth, and Rex Hoyle finishing 10th. Roger?
Finishing in your 11th position, going to be the number 70 of Dylan Canova himself. The 41 of AJ Childs going to come home in your 12th position. Right behind him going to be the 42 of Brett Bartels. Finishing in your 14th position, the number 9 of Alex Orions. Finishing 15th here, though, the 45 of Douglas Wysocki. Thomas Mateer driving the number 89 machine, going to come home in your 14th position. Jeremy Carpenter in the 1 going to come home 17th. Danny Dubuque driving the 61 comes home in your 18th spot. 19th finishing spot going to go to the 437 of Jeremy Watkins. Paul Henley in the number 16 machine going to come home in your 20th position. 21st going to head over to the 413 of Wayne McDuff. Justin McDuff right behind him, driving the number 20, going to come home 22nd, with Mike Holtzclaw driving that Mission 22, number 22, finishing 23rd. Al Smith Jr. driving the 96 machine here tonight, finishing in your 24th spot. Matt Roll driving the 90, coming home in your 25th. 26th and final position here for the main event, the 02 of Josh Mayu and Danny Dubuque, Jay Dubuque not making the call, finishing in your 27th position. KR, we saw one heck of a race here from the bull ring. 5 cautions for 25 laps. No real lead changes out there on track under green flag conditions. We saw 2 wide, 3 wide, and that occasional 4 wide. I mean, it was just one heck of a ring. That's what short track racing brings to you, not only here with the Upstate Racing League, the Coach's Corner guys, but I mean, that's just short track racing with talented drivers.
That it is. It was a great race here in the bull ring. Sure, we saw some cautions, but a lot of it was just some accordion effects that happens because of short track. We didn't really see anything super aggressive. No one really made any huge mistakes. Just some things that they got caught out in, and it was a spectacular night. And Roger, man, just glad to be out here with you on these microphones. Kind of wish we were out there on the track with them. Maybe we could have shown them a thing or two about how to crash.
Yeah, one thing I'll need before I can jump out there on track with these Upstate Racing guys is probably whatever Kool-Aid the Empire Racing team is drinking. But we just watched 150 laps here from the Las Vegas Bull Ring for the Brian Rogers Motorsports 150. Chris Stump going to come away with the win. We only have 2 more weeks left here for the Upstate guys. February 21st, we head over to the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Then on February 28th, we head to New Smyrna. And at that track, in 3 weeks, we will crown a champion here for the 2019 season for the Upstate Racing Coach's Corner Pro Late Models. But till then, for KR, for everybody at the Upstate Racing League, we're going to have to be signing off here tonight. We will catch you 2 weeks live from the Myrtle Beach Speedway.
The Upstate Racing League hopes you enjoyed this broadcast on MaxSpeedTV, and we thank you for your continued support.